Hello and welcome to GBHL Gamers, to the GBHL YouTube channel. You're here with your host GBHL Jamie, and it is my hobby vlog after months upon months of not doing it. I've checked my channel here, and my last one was the 3rd of November, which is a while ago. This is January, February, March, December and November. Oh, it was nearly a year ago that half a year ago that I posted one of these. So last thing I showed you was my scouring update, and that project has not progressed at all. I still need to do all the heroes and just yeah, that's not. I've literally done no hobby since then. It's been a long time waiting this. So as some of you may know, I have kickstarted a year ago, should I say, Guild Ball, and I finally got through some of the miniatures today. Well, today being Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday. You might be able to see that there. The lighting in my bedroom is actually not great for painting or anything really, so hopefully you can see that there. That's the Guild Ball logo. That is one of the goalposts. A bit rubbish for a goalpost. I'll probably try and make something better. And I'll show off the models in a bit, but before I get to doing my Guild Ball stuff, I need to do SAGA, because, let me have a quick check, the last time I was doing SAGA stuff was the 27th of October, so the week before my last hobby vlog. And the miniatures came along quite nicely, but I've had these 12 models sat on my desk for 5 months looking at me, begging to be painted and just finish off this project. So that's going to be my hobby vlog for today. I'll show you what I've got, the current standard that they're at, which is undercoated black. You don't really need to see it, but I'll show it to you regardless. And I'll be spending the entirety of tonight just getting them painted and getting them done. So you will see the painting standard get back to what it should be and quickly decrease into sort of nonsensical midnight painting. So let's show you the models. So I've got the light on the camera because it makes it a little bit more easy to see, and I'm getting a big shine off all the models though. So here we got 4 Spear Danes, my general with a victim on his base there. I'm quite looking forward to painting him. And then I've got 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 just regular Vikings here that need to be painted up, and as you can see there, most of it is just chainmail, so it should be reasonably easy to paint up quickly, as it was mainly just dry brushing. I'm not taking too much care over these. They weren't a lot to pick up to buy, and as long as they can fit in and we can get the game of SAGA playing and recorded for Let's Try Tuesday, I'll be pretty satisfied with a quick job on these. So that's the full shot. Let's get painted. So I thought I'd just take a quick break from painting and show you where I'm up to here. I've been painting for about 40 minutes now. I have inked and painted, I guess, the metal areas and the skin tones on them. This is the first coat. It's very rough, it's not neat in any sense. Next I'll probably do the highlights on the skin and a few little touch-ups for the metal, and then I'll move on to sort of the wood areas and probably leave the cloth till last, and then pick out a few bits of detail, but as I said at the start of the video, nothing too great, as this is just a quick project so I can get on to Guild Ball later on. Can't wait for that. But yeah, that is the progress so far. I shall update you when I have something to update you on. Alright, so another quick update. Hopefully you might be able to see here, I'm not too sure on the lighting issues again. Apologies. I've done a highlight of metal and a skin highlight, and hopefully you can see it there compared to the last clip. They're coming along quite nicely. Going to move on to the hair next, and then the cloth, I guess, and then highlights of that as well. And that's what I might not have shown you. It's a casualty on the general's base. He's coming along reasonably nicely. Got some blood effects on him. Hopefully looking good. So next on to the beards and the hair. Sorry, so just before I move on to doing the hairs, I want to show you the colours I've been using for the skin. I started off with a foundation of Talon Flesh here, that's not in production anymore. I don't think any of these are, to be honest. But Talon Flesh, then a wash of Reichland Flesh Shade, let that dry, and then a final highlight of Elf Flesh, and I might give another wash of Reichland Flesh and a final highlight with Elf again, just because a couple of patchy areas. I think this guy here is a good example where I've not done a great job. Will it focus on it? No. I've not done a great job highlighting, so another wash brings it all back in again, and then another highlight. And for the metal, really simple, lead bilger, then a null oil wash, which is, I don't know what the new one is, but it's just your standard black ink, then picked out with Rune Fang, just to give it a sort of a highlight. And you can see it quite nicely on the General's helmet there. And everyone else, it just brightens it out a little bit, and gave it a very light dry brushing over the chainmail as well. So now we're going to go on to the hair, and for them I'm going to use two very old colours. I can't even read that. Macarius Solar Orange, so for gingers, and Tauset Ochre, I don't know, for the blonde. And I've actually found that the flesh wash works really nicely with both of them. It really brings out the red in the orange and gives some deeper colour to the blondes. So I shall be using them, and we'll see what they look like once they've been inked. So there we got the first layer of hair and beards done, and we've got all the blondes and oranges there. Going to apply that Reichland Flesh Shade wash to bring out the colour, and then move on to the cloth. And for the cloth, I'm going to use a mix of colours. I'm going to use Eshin Grey, Corn Red, Mordian Blue, and Death World Forest, and probably some of the browns as well. I forgot here. Scorched Brown, good old Scorched Brown. How I missed that colour. Graveyard Earth, and I think I've got some Bestial Brown that I'll be using as well. So, come back later. Right, so the cloth is now done on them. Well, not say it's done. It's had its first layer put on. I'm going to wash it, and I'm actually not going to bother highlighting it simply because I'm not too fussed on going into huge detail on these models. So they'll get a wash of null oil. So yeah, it's called null oil. The black wash. This guy on the floor, I'm not too sure what wash he's going to get, but he's got his wound started there, and I'll be using some Blood for the Blood God to really mess him up a little bit. But everything seems to be coming along quite nicely, and now I'm going to pick out everything else, sort of like the spear shafts, the hilts of the swords, his horn, and sort of just round them off, and then do the bases probably some other time, because I'm getting kind of tired. So, I'm going to put the wash on now, let that dry, and then pick out those details, and that will be near enough my Saga group done. So I stayed up later than I expected to do, and I'm very happy to say that I have actually finished my my Saga force. You can see here the general of the force, the war leader with his dead friend on the base, blood on his sword. Reasonably happy for him, considering I didn't really spend too much time on them. So I'll do a quick rundown of the army. So we've got the general, he comes free with the force. We have my berserkers here, so they're signified obviously by these guys, quite obviously, and I needed someone to stand in for the fourth, so we've got this guy here, and they have the grey bases to show them off. Then we've got the Hearthguard, so these are a point, I believe. These are a point, these are a point, and these are a point. It's a 4-point game, or 4-point army. These are the Hearthguard, so these guys have got the red bases and all have axes. So I thought that'd be quite an easy way to single them out. Then I've got a unit of Vikings, or just your standard warriors. So I armed this warband fully with swords. The swords and weapons make no actual difference in game, but for unit coherency, I thought if they all have swords, then I can see them all, and it makes it a bit easier. And they're warriors; they've got brown bases, and the same with this warband. So they're warriors; they've got brown bases, and these guys all have a spear of some description, so I can keep them in unit coherency as well. So I'm actually quite happy with how this has turned out, and that is my 4-point Viking force for Saga now complete. So I can finally get to work tomorrow on the Guild Ball team. Hooray! Who I have built today with special little resin bases. You can't really see it in the light, but I shall show you them off, and I do some green stuff work just to fill in a few little gaps, and then I can get them painted up and spend a heck of a lot more time on that team. So it's been quite a long one for me. I think I started, what time is it now? It is 2 in the morning. I started at 9 o'clock, so quite a long stint, but I'm very happy to say that I have got my force finished, and it's all now on to James to get his painted up so we can get these Saga back reps recorded that we wanted to for quite a while now. So that is the end of my hobby vlog. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it's been enjoyable for you. I shall now upload this and get it out to you. Have fun, guys. Be sure to comment, like, share and subscribe. Support your hobby. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And as ever, happy strategy battle gaming, guys.